Mhm.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Found Again Sourcing Tournament. This week was really intense with lots of great matches in Group C and Group A, and we will finish off with the second round of Group B. We are at a crucial point in the competition because now every match win might guarantee a place in the semifinals, which will be held at the end of the April. For now, Oxysource team is holding the lead in the group with 4 points. In the second place, there is Talent Hunters with 3 points and Inspector Gadget in the third with 2 points. Sadly, Ref Panda team will not be joining us today as well because the team had not recovered from the illness. Sad that they haven't made their debut, but we will be waiting in the next year in the next tournament and we will hold a spot for in the next year's roster. And for now, let's have a chat with the teams and see how they are feeling before this match. Team Oxsource, creative and crazy girls who love to headhunt the best in the market, eat delicious food, and think outside the box. Looking for a job? Let's talk. Ruta, in the last match, your team looked really contained and focused, and of course, took the win. Do you think there are any room for improvement before today's match?
Hey, Carlos. Yeah, it was challenging, and we definitely were speaking about extra sheets that we have to create or some tabs that we should pull up already. We were talking about new strategies, maybe how to make it quicker, how to make it better. We'll see if that actually pays out. But yeah, we're excited.
Okay, I can see that lots of thought went into preparation for today's match. Good luck.
Thanks.
Talent hunters, we are experienced and passionate recruiters. We strive for knowledge and care for people. Toma, last week your team had some setbacks. What will you do differently this time?
Well, I think we're gonna have more attention to detail today, and hopefully everything will come in a better way. So yeah, we're gonna try our best.
Okay, understood. Hope that it will work for you and good luck to your team.
Thank you.
And Inspector Gadget, eyes on the prize attitude with a friendly demeanor and relaxed approach. Ingrida, one main question to you and to your team. Have you managed to find that eyes on the prize attitude and what is your plan for today?
Well, hello everyone. Carlos, I believe that our motto is still intact, even though we had some setbacks the last time. The hope dies the last. It is an expression in Lithuanian, not sure about English. So we have some hope to be able to do our best and go to the semifinals.
Okay, amazing. One thing is to have skills, another thing is to have positive attitude, and this is what really matters in this competition. Great. Thank you for all of the teams. I wish you good luck. I will send you the links shortly to the team captains and we can begin our competition. Right. I have sent all of the captains link to the competition. Let's give them as usual, give them a couple of minutes or so just to just to make sure that there are no technical difficulties and we can move forward with our stream as well. Okay. And I can see that the first team, Source, is already underway with the first question. So I will put our clock, start our clock as well. Cool. Okay, it seems that at least 2 teams have managed to join the questions. We can see our screens. Seems like Inspector Gadget team are having a bit of difficulties with the cast of their screen. Hope that they will shortly figure it out. And straight away, as usual, teams are sharing the questions between their teammates. And I can see that I forgot to mute myself from the teams. This tournament is marked with technical difficulties when team was not able to join. Today it was time for me as well. I had some difficulties using breakout room extension, so hope that everything goes well and there will be no difficulties further on. Okay. While we're waiting for the last team, Inspector Gadget, to join the competition and follow with the questions, I can see that our friend ChatGPT is back on track. It is not tired from the last time, and Oxsource team is already employing the help of this tool. Trying to listen for the Inspector Gadget team. Maybe I can help, but hopefully. Okay, I will quickly write them a message. Okay, hopefully, I just told the Inspector Gadget team to begin with the questions. Hopefully that further on they will manage to share their screen and we will be able to see at least something, how they are approaching their questions. And with a glimpse of an eye, I also saw that that Oxsource team manager already answer at least one question. So we are definitely underway. Only 4 minutes passed, but we already have some questions that fell down in front of the team's feed. Okay, let's move on with some more information about our tournament. And this year, the format is a bit different. We're supposed to have 12 teams, but sadly 2 teams already dropped out from the competition. So we have 10 teams, and they are coming from across the Baltics. And again, all of the teams are divided into 3 groups. So this is the second round, and we are proceeding with the Group B. Winners of the match, as usually, will receive 4 points. Second place will get 3 points, and third place will take 2. And the last place will take 1 point. Group winners will automatically advance to the semi-finals together with the overall best second place in all 3 groups. Team who will get the most points will have the most correct answers along with the best shown time will advance as the second best team. And after the semi-finals, we will get to know who will be competing in the finals and little finals for the third place. try to ping Inspector Gadget. Maybe sometime in the competition, they will be able to share their screen. I just don't want to take too much time from their solving question time. But it would be interesting to see what are they doing and basically what is the approach to the questions. As for the match itself, as usual, teams have 5 identical questions to solve. All of those questions are designed to test ability to find the necessary information on the web. None of the questions require any specific area knowledge, and all of them can be answered using sourcing and different sourcing techniques. 30 minutes, that's how much time teams have to complete the assignment. And in the broadcast, wrong finger, in the broadcast over here, we can see our own clock, just for guidance purposes to better understand how much time left for the teams to crack all of the questions provided today. But each team will have their own separate clocks for precision and score registration. Because there sometimes happens that the teams are not beginning one by one. Sorry, they're starting to crack the questions one by one, not all of the same, all of them at the same time. So this is for just to be more precise. And at all times, team captains need to stream their screen, and I will try to comment as much as possible while they're progressing. If you have a question or just want to support your favorite team, feel free to post your message in the chat. And sometimes you will sometimes I will just like that. Sometimes I can go silent because I'm hearing what teams are talking and trying to hear a bit from them and try to comment on that as well. And as usual, later on, I will give you some insights about the questions that teams need to solve today. Sadly, I cannot directly share them with you, but you will get at least a feeling what they are dealing with. So somewhere around 8 minutes passed. And teams are trying to crack different questions at the time. I have not seen yet whether the other teams managed to answer some right questions. And you can already guess that one of the questions has to do something with QR code. At the moment, Oxsource and Talent Hunters teams are trying to crack this question. Interesting to hear. I think that one of the teams at least have managed to find the right answer, but for some reason they are rushing a bit and they missed that it is a right answer. So once again, when you're watching trying to solve by your own questions, watching the stream, it's a bit different than being actually on the stream. Stress gets you, and sometimes stress gets the best of us. And today we have a second match of the second round, and 3 teams from Oxylabs, Manpower, and Emplonet. They are competing for the win. And after today's match, we will get to know which team will be advancing to the semifinals. Yesterday, Team Nortal took their second win in the round and are now waiting for competition in the semifinals. All of the questions that teams trying to solve and crack on in this tournament were prepared by myself. There are no copy paste from other competitions, books, or training materials. I always try to keep the questions fresh and interesting, trying to, at least to some extent, relate them to what's currently happening in the world. Or, on the other hand, I try to dig up some interesting and unusual facts and make them into a question. And of course, different questions involves different approaches to sourcing. So there are 3 main components, basically: fresh design, interesting facts, and different sourcing techniques that you need to use to solve the question. Just some quick response, checking if everything is all right. So Oxsource team, at least from the faces, seem a bit lost, but I have not seen whether they managed to solve other questions. But at least for now, they definitely have one right answer. Not sure about talent hunters, and definitely not sure about Inspector Gadgets. Sadly, we only can see their faces for today, but happy that they are here at least, and trying to crack on with all of the questions. Okay. So as you can see, there are various areas regarding these questions that I have prepared, and some of them are involving sometimes movies, sometimes IT stuff, programming stuff, and so on. So teams do not need to know any specific area. Some to just bring some specific baggage about the programming, for example, the movies or something like that. What they need to have is good sourcing skills. So this is the most interesting. So this is the most. Sorry about the delays. So this is the main thing that the teams need to have in order to crack on with the questions and find the right answers, because all of the right answers are on the internet. And we are almost halfway in. And we are almost halfway through this match. Almost 15 minutes ticked out. I think that Oxsource and Talent Hunters have pretty much the same time that we have. Inspector Gadget definitely began the competition at least a couple of minutes later, so they should be a bit behind us. And ChatGPT is used by Oxsource quite a lot, I can see. They're trying to... they have tried to tackle at least a couple of the questions. as we are halfway there, I think that we are good to go and move on to the questions, to the actual questions that the teams are trying to solve today. And once again, I will try to give you the best overview about them as I can. So question 1 is designed for those who love food and cooking. There are lots of different dishes in the world. Lots of nations have something to be proud of, and some countries even have their entire cuisine in the UNESCO World Heritage List. But people also could eat pretty much anything, whether it's swimming, crawling, or walking. And the first clue that the teams got is that this dish has a quite big mortality rate. Nonetheless, people are still eating and preparing it. So they will need to find the best restaurant in the world that serves it. How do you measure the best? By Michelin stars, of course. Not that difficult question, but needs some digging to do. And when you begin looking for clues for this question, there might be at least couple of misleading pages to go through. Well, I think that talent hunters have at least one right answer. I can see that the right answer actually is in their chat. So good to know that. I heard some sort of victory shouts from Inspector Gadget as well. That they were able to find the necessary information for one of the questions. Oxysource, on the other hand, they have, I think, at least three. Definitely three right answers. Yeah, definitely three right answers. Still sad that we cannot see Inspector Gadget team's screen. They're sharing some clues about one of the questions in the chat. I'm trying to listen whether the information is correct, and maybe they already have found the right answer. But it seems that they are still going on and digging, looking for the right answer. Let's move on with our side of the questions. And the second question, once again, is about the things that in this tournament can see seemingly unrelatable. It is about the famous prison and the framework. More specifically, framework used in IT world. It can be for some sort of software language, data analytics, or DevOps. And the main answer is about finding in which programming language this framework was written in. Teams, of course, have another clue, but it's a bit obvious, so I won't be telling you this one. Suffice to say that they have enough information to go on with. And at least what I heard from the chat, one team actually had a correct answer for this particular question, but I think they were in rush to in too much of a rush, and they missed that this answer is correct. Once again, stress might be getting best of you in these competitions. And Oxors are pulling lots of different guns for today. I can see our old friend, at least my old friend, Wayback Machine, made the debut. Not sure that if Oxor's team have actually used that or just opened the page, but it's always nice to see old friends getting a return in this tournament. And time flies. Time flies actually today. Already 20 minutes, more than 20 minutes passed. 2/3 of the time ticked out. I'm trying to see how many correct answers talent hunters have. Well, definitely at least one. Hope that they have more in their basket, but we just are not able to see it. And hopefully that Inspector Gadget is doing good as well. Okay. Question 3. For the second time in a row, question comes without a question. Last night, teams had at least some binary code to go on with, but now they saw only a QR code in front of them, and you can actually see that talent hunters are trying to solve this particular question. So this is a good visualization for you. And that's it. Basically, that's it for the question. But the QR code, of course, has a secret, and it will help for the teams to reveal the first clue. And I think, at least for this particular time, teams will get some new knowledge. It is a certain technique that it is widely used in the world to hide something. Even spies or those who just want to convey a secret message are often using it. So it is a bit of a spy game for today. We will see how the teams will manage to solve it. And I saw that the Oxysource team definitely managed to solve this one. Some impressive shouts in the Inspector Gadget team. Once again, I'm trying to listen as much as I can, but rather to understand how many questions they have managed to solve. And the Wayback Machine is definitely in use on the Oxor side. And it is a good way to solve that particular question. And we actually can move on that question. It is the fourth one, and it is about a person. We could say that he or she is somewhat famous, but not Hollywood level famous. Question is actually related to recruitment world. And apparently he or she is working in one of the largest recruitment agencies in the world. Besides that, this person often likes to share opinion on the web. So contestants today will need to figure out when was the first post ever written in that person's page, blog, or social media account. And of course, as always, I give you a really abstract version of the question, but teams have a bit more information to go on. This one should be a bit more difficult to solve, but some teams, as we saw and rather seeing at the moment, are definitely on the right path. So, and this brings me to another point. Actually, it's rather difficult when you have such diverse teams participating in the tournament, it's rather hard sometimes to make the questions like in the same level or something like that. So I'm just trying to make them as fun as possible to solve, and for the teams as well to use as many techniques as they can. So 4 minutes left, only 4 minutes left in the competition. I think that the Oxsource and Talent Hunters have somewhere around 5 minutes. So we're nearing the end of the competition. And by the faces of the team, you can already see that the end of the match is nearing. Yeah, so Oxsource have 4 minutes 20 seconds. Talent Hunters have 6 minutes left. So we're about in the same bracket. And we see how the last minutes will tick and how much further the teams can go. As we are nearing the finish, as we're nearing the finish of the tournament, let me give you some insights about the last question of the competition. And the last question has a lot of text and different clues involved in it, and it might be not that difficult, but for now, teams will need to decide which bit of information they need to prioritize to get right clues and to move on with the question. Because it has at least 3 layers before you can get the right information. I will say that it involves cars, movies, and some sort of a patent. The correct answer will be to find the correct patent number. Not sure, but I'm assuming that the Oxsource team have left only one question to solve. And it looks like they solved all of the questions. Yes, that is correct. First team for today that managed to solve all of the questions right. And for those of you who've been following closely our tournament, the second semifinalists are already clear. So I will minimize them quickly, and let's see how other teams manage to solve the last questions. Because once again, not only the first teams, the winners of the groups are advancing to the semifinals, but also the best overall second team also will go to the semifinals. So it is important to reach the maximum amount of the right answers and the minimum amount of time spent answering the questions. Winning shouts from the Inspector Gadget team. I saw that they found the right patent number, actually. This was the last fifth question, which involved cars, movies, and for some reason patents for some interesting product. So Inspector Gadget team managed to find it. And I'm not particularly sure, but I think that they have left 1 or 2 unanswered questions. But we will see. We will see shortly. Not that much time left, so talent hunters have left 2 minutes to answer all of the questions. And I'm assuming that Inspector Gadget have left somewhere around maybe 6 minutes or so. So it might be interesting actually if Inspector Gadget, they began this match quite later than other teams. So everything is actually still possible if they can beat the Oxors team's time. They will take a win for today. I will quickly check what was the time for the Oxors. And yeah, it's definitely possible. So I might be that I was too fast with my predictions about the semifinals, but we will see. So the last minute for talent hunters. Okay, I definitely heard that the Inspector had to have 3 right answers. And it's sad that we cannot see what they are doing at the moment and how much time they have left for today's competition. Last couple of seconds for talent hunters. And we are left with the excuse me, we're left with the last team, and sadly we cannot see their screen. So I will try and listen to what's going on in their camp as much as I can. This is interesting stream for me as well. Try to recommend everything and feeling like a commentator in some sort of a basketball game or something like that. New experiences. It seemed to me, at least, it seemed to me that they have found the right answer for one of the questions. But something may be not entirely correct. In any case, as I mentioned before, all of the questions were made by myself, and I always try to mix them up. For today's questions are not that heavy on visual aid or visual or images in general. But it involves quite a few different sourcing techniques to finally get to the right answer. So 4 right answers. 4 right answers, definitely in the Inspector Gadget team's basket. Last minute left, and they have not solved the QR code question. In my opinion, the team will need more than 1 minute to solve that question, but in this tournament, I'm already was surprised quite a few times how fast teams can manage to crack all of the questions provided. So let's give them a shot and see how it goes. They're speaking between themselves that that this something is behind this question. And trying to, I think that there are just a couple of seconds left for them to fill in the. Okay, so give me a minute or so, and I will get back to you with all of the teams, and we will see who is the actual winner for today. All right, and we are back. So the last team to begin, the last team to finish was the Inspector Gadget. The last time we remember how it went for you. Could you tell me, Ingrida, how was today's performance? Can't hear you. You are muted.
Sorry. So, Carlos, today we had better luck when we did the last time. However, we couldn't share our screen. Well, we could, but it looked really bad, so nobody could see us probably, right?
I saw lots of windows, just going smaller and smaller in the very beginning. So sad that we couldn't see what was your approach for today's question. But the last couple of minutes were quite interesting because I was trying to listen in what you were speaking in between yourself and try to comment that on the stream, because you were the last team which began this match. So naturally you were last to finish. So yeah, it was sad, but glad to hear that you did better for today.
A bit, yeah.
Okay. Manpower team, how's your feeling after today's match?
It was better. We didn't do the same mistake as we did last time, but yeah, it's I'm in a good mood, especially when I saw the answer for question 3. You found me. That was fun, and so good one.
Yeah, I saw at least not what I heard and saw for each and every team. Question 3 with the QR code was to some extent a bit of a mystery, but
True.
when some teams found that it is a Steganogov, that difficult word to pronounce, the teams managed to find the right answer. Okay, thank you, Toma. Ruta, how did your team do today?
I think we did pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know if I should comment more. No, it was good. I think the questions were definitely hard, but I think, as I said, we talked a little bit, we opened extra windows, we tried to think outside the box, and I think we did good.
Okay. And the results, results can confirm that. So congratulations today goes for Oxylabs, Oxsource team. 5 out of 5 questions answered in 27 minutes. So definitely Emplonet team was really close to that. But still, Oxsource took the win for today, and we will definitely see you in the semifinals. Thank you very much to all of the teams. It was really nice to have you here. Nothing is lost for Manpower and Emplonet teams. They're still the best second overall team, might advance to the semifinals. So we will count all of the scores and we will see how it goes. But as for today, congratulations, Oxylabs, and thank you all of the teams for being here. I wish you a nice evening.
Thank you.
Cheers.
You too.
Have a great
Bye
evening.
bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.